really looking forward to this game. I think we got a great defensive plan locked in. Everybody's been pretty fired up in practice this week, and I really just can't wait to get that first play done with, pads popping, and get this thing rolling.
I'm very excited for the game this week. I feel like we had a great week of practice. I feel like both sides of the ball are prepared, and we've gone over our assignments for the week. We're just ready to go. We're ready to roll. I'm excited. I can't wait. I'm sure everyone else is too.
I think it's pretty good. I think our chances are high. We prepared this week. We went through a lot of adversity staying up in New Jersey, so I think our team has really come together during that whole trip, and I think we're really focused and mentally prepared for this upcoming game. So I'm very excited.
College.
We're really excited. We're starting off kind of rough. A lot of things going on with the team, but we have a big chip on our shoulder right now. We're on 2, so everybody's hungry. It's a big physical team we're going up against, but we're real confident we can beat them with our skill and with our speed. So we're just ready to get after it.
We're excited. We definitely had a interesting week of practice, but we're finally back on our field, our home turf, and we're excited about our game plan going in, and feel like we have what it takes to get our first win at home.
Expect Martin.
I think we're gonna work better on the simple mistakes that killed us last game, like on the penalties and missed assignments and whatnot, and we're gonna go out there and win.
Well, Buddy's teams are always well coached, and I know a number of guys both on the offense and defensive side of the ball up there, and so I know that they're going to be well prepared. They're going to have to. What we're going to have to do is, they're just huge up front and very experienced, and so what we can't do is make mistakes that allow them to have easy short fields or give up turnovers for touchdowns. And I thought really last week, had we not turned the ball over, we're probably talking about a win rather than a loss. And so that's going to be crucial. But each week we've improved, and hopefully we can continue to improve as we take Dartmouth on this week. Well, it's a combination. When you haven't played, you don't have those first game jitters out. And so the old cliche about improving between the first and second game, hopefully they haven't had that improvement yet. Mm-hmm. And we have. But the second thing for us is, with social media and live streaming, I'm sure they have our game film, so I'm sure that they are probably more prepared for what we're going to do than we are for what they're going to do. They have a new coordinator on offense, and so right now it's just a guess as to schematically what they're going to do, formationally what they're going to do, and how much motion and stuff. I do know they have a very talented quarterback. They've got a good running back. Their offensive line is huge up front, and so I'm sure they're going to try to pound the ball on us, given our size disadvantage. And then defensively, they're big up front. They've been primarily running a 4-man line that doesn't make a lot of mistakes. They're always in place. They haven't, at least in the past, been a big blitzing team to this point, but they're just solid, and they have an uncanny knack for getting and generating turnovers. Their linemen get their arms up and bat a lot of balls around. Their defensive secondary strip the ball every chance they get, and so they've gotten it's clearly that they're very well coached on how to create turnovers, and they've been doing it. Well, we try to have a minimum effect. Some people might call this just an extra fall break, and football guys don't get fall breaks usually because they're playing, but we've made the best of the situation. We were lucky in that where we were staying in New Jersey, there was a school close by that we had a relationship with the athletic director, and we were able to practice and use our weight facility there, so we really didn't lose anything Monday and Tuesday. Wednesday, of course, Tuesday night we had to transfer back here. Plane-wise, we didn't get in till late. Transition now till the heat and humidity here, even though we're used to it, it was still a transition from what it was in North Jersey. And I thought we had a little sluggish practice on Wednesday. We bounced back on Thursday and did a much better job. So what our kids have really done a pretty good job of is adjusting to the change in routine. And what we've tried to do is gradually work the practices each day so they're a little bit later in the day so that, when we play at 6 o'clock, our bodies will be, our circadian rhythm, so to speak, our bodies will be adapted so that we can have a good performance on Saturday night. Well, defensively, we've got to create more turnovers, and I thought we took a huge step last week in being properly aligned and properly leveraged, and so we weren't giving up the big plays. Offensively, we've got to stop the nagging penalties and the turnovers. That's all there is to it. We had 3 turnovers last week, and you just can't do that. And so you can't start each drive at 1st and 15. We're not a mature enough offense right now that we can get off schedule, and so we've got to make sure that we don't beat ourselves first. And again, I think each week we've been getting better, and hopefully we'll continue to improve. I think they will be excited at home. You know, the downside is we were really looking for this to be just a huge opening game. You know, I know a lot of the former players that I had at Dartmouth have planned to come down, and they have numerous alums here in Florida. And of course, being the opening home game, and hopefully there's going to be a lot of excitement now that the Hurricanes here and the students aren't on campus. You know, I'll be anxious to see what kind of crowd we get, but because the students are crucial to any game. They're the energy behind everything. But with that said, I still think we're going to have a really good crowd, and I think, you know, hopefully we'll have a great game. Well, turnovers, you know, every week you got to say that. Number two, we've got on offense, we've got to execute. I mean, we've got to make sure that we're not starting drives after penalties, whether it be holding or offsides or you know, false start. And then defensively, we have to create more turnovers. I thought we did a good job of defending our red zone last week. We really had 2 drives inside the 5 where we stopped them. The guys never gave up. I thought that was crucial. And I think what we've got to do now is we've got to make sure that both our defense and our kicking game starts giving our offense some short fields so we can take advantage of that and hopefully generate more points.